Happy New Year, YouTube. Hopefully, everybody has a prosperous 2019. So, today we're going to go over some modifications that I made to my nightstand firearm, my Glock 21. So, this is my Glock 21 that resides in my nightstand and pulls duty to protect me and my family. Over the past couple of weeks, I've been doing some modifications to this gun. I have thrown on a Percision Overwatch trigger, a Ghost 3.5-pound connector, a titanium plunger with a lightweight spring. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to replace the trigger spring. It's a 6-pound spring to lighten up the trigger pull on it just a little bit. So like I said, this is my nightstand gun. It has an Olight PO Mini, which I found on Amazon. I think they're going for like 75 bucks on Amazon. And I also added some TFX Pro day-night sights. So it has fiber optic and tritium inserts inside that fiber optic. So till you watch it, and you'll see me quickly install this trigger spring. So, well, first things first, I want to make sure the weapon is cleared. No magazine, no ammo. So, with this being my home defense firearm, this is actually the gun that is in my nightstand. I wanted to make sure that the shootability of this firearm was improved and that I didn't void any of my safeties while doing so. So what I ended up doing to this firearm was I ended up replacing the factory Glock trigger with a Overwatch Percision polydat trigger. So the shoe is polymer, but the trigger bar is polished. So I also took and replaced the connector with a Ghost 3.5 connector, and I added a Lightning Strike titanium safety plunger. So the safety plunger is titanium and is also coated in titanium nitride, which makes for a smoother finish on there. So it also comes with a lightweight plunger spring. So it lightened the trigger up a lot. The trigger pull on here, and I really don't have a lineman's test gauge, and I have one on order, and it should be here for my next review, has been significantly, the travel, the uptake has been reduced. So here's your uptake, here's your wall, that's your trigger pull. So reset, trigger pull. Now, I think that trigger has improved the fireability of this Glock 21. Now, one thing that I was missing that I wanted to do was that, you see this polymer 80 box right here. So it's there for a reason. And we're going to talk about that later. But I did order this Ghost spring kit. So it came with a 6-pound, 4-pound firing pin spring. And it also has a safety plunger, a lightweight plunger spring. And it came with a 6-pound trigger spring. So what I'm going to do now is to improve the shootability of this is that I'm going to replace the trigger spring, the factory trigger spring, in there with this. So all of these parts that I've purchased for this upgrade only cost me roughly about 80 bucks. This trigger is what, 53 bucks on Brownells. And I went looking the other day. So on IML, they don't have it anymore because I just ordered a new one for tried to order a new one for my Glock 19 Gen 4 that I'm going to upgrade the trigger on. So I ended up having to spend the extra 40 bucks and get the metal trigger shoe, which I don't mind, but it can be done fairly cheaply. So here we go. Again, Weapon is cleared, and we're going to break it down and install this trigger spring. Now, as I was saying earlier about this Overwatch Percision trigger, it has a polished trigger bar, which connected to this 3.5-pound connector, this ghost connector that is polished as well. It provides a smoother surface for this trigger bar to travel on, which aids in lightening the trigger. So this is your Glock trigger, and the biggest thing you want to do is you want to disassemble your trigger. This is my Ghost 3.5 edge connector that it is also polished as well. And I am going to throw this spring on there. So when you put a Glock spring on there, you want to make sure that the spring makes an S shape. Now, there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and reassemble this. I'm going to try out this spring, see how this trigger does. Now, before I put it back together, one thing I'm going to show you is this Lightning Strike large titanium plunger. So this is your plunger. It is titanium, and it is also titanium nitride coated. So I don't think you can see it in the light how the orange of it, but it also has a very lightweight plunger spring right there. So going to assemble back together. Now, and it's installed. Outstanding. So I just got this polymer 80 in, and I'm gonna start putting it together here shortly. So it comes with your polymer 80, your locking block, your rear, some drill bits, and I'm going to start putting this together here shortly. It is a Glock 17 sized frame, and I am going to put it together, and I need to order a slide for it. So if you have any suggestions in the slides, please leave a comment down below to what you think I should do with this. This is a gray frame, which I think is going to turn out nice. Something with a stainless steel barrel, this will turn out amazing. We'll see. This is going to be a range gun. It's going to have a lot of competition springs in there. Most likely agency or an Apex trigger, but I can't wait to put this together. Finally, with the Glock 21. All right, like I said, this is my nightstand handgun. So this gun I have to trust with mine and my family's life. So I decided to upgrade the triggers and all this other stuff, and hopefully take it to the range this weekend and see how it goes. And I'll post a video later on the shooting of this, and I'm pretty sure this bad boy is gonna be nice. But look at this though. All right. Then that reset. Buttery smooth. I love this thing, man. This is actually one of my favorite Glocks. After I've done this, the upgrades to this trigger. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment below.